but we needed to understand the extent, the full extent.
Increase of influence in the West African. Until there was a Russian company that possession as the Putu Mountain, and there is a controversy surrounding that possession, and US war censoring that company and what else. When I was working with the informal people, but here is it, and we need to be very careful. Russia's relationship with the French-speaking country, some of the French-speaking country, is very alarming. So we have to take this seriously at the United Nations Security Council, and then register what is the point, what is the reason beyond this.
Okay, thank you. We have to manage the 1 minute because of time. Yes, we have to manage the 1 minute. Let's take the last caller. Good morning.
Thank you, my good friend and brother, Mr. Jimmy, and I miss good morning to your co-host. I miss good morning to Mr. P.
Go ahead.
You know money, you know everybody not come on.
That today you know tradition.
That is it. I know that's tradition. Sorry, I just say your co-host. Anyway, sorry. Sorry. But on the most serious note, let me comment on Mr. P. I have been monitoring the man for a long period of time because of what he stands for. Me and he not on the same political line, but I believe in him and I trust him, I respect him. Because he stands for purpose. I never see him in person, I only see him distant, and I hope I myself, he never seen me before.
You gotta talk all that one there. You see him in person, you saw him distant, just go ahead.
Yeah, no, I just want to say because la brother now, sometimes you say the thing, you not clarify yourself,
Yeah, say maybe they make it small thing, yeah, I know.
Say anything about. But on the most serious note, he has said it all. And I respect him. You see how the man left that ministry in very quiet? To show to a lot of politicians that just didn't get no career, didn't get anything to do with the politics they want to be or government job they want to be into the dark. That one on the side there, you see that pressure catching. Some of them, they can't walk in wheelchair because they have anything that they depending on to do. You see how the young man left that place quietly? Only today we're hearing sometimes he can be posting and a post that he always posting is not something to say in celebrating someone or country or whatsoever. He only pop up solution what we need to do for the country to move forward. And that's what we need to be doing. And that's why some people used to be supposed to be doing. But when they come here, they hear collecting money, supporting their people by moon, paying their mortgages, then they say they're sacrificing. Those are sacrificing that Mr. P, they're sacrificing. They fought to bring the government into power. They hear shouting, causing noise. Just I think if I'm mistaken, 2 years in power and somebody just taking from in power and the man happily moving, doing things good. That's what we need. And then the first thing, we have been saying this thing. What a military is for? Military is free for 2 things, to keep peace and to go to war. But we are not praying for our military to go to war. But our military president to go to peace at the border. We have been saying it. I don't know why our government still dragging. Now what they will do that they took from all that one day Labrador small today. Because they will be pushing diplomacy. They be pushing diplomacy.
So Labrador will be before eh?
Labrador will be. More portion of Guinea than Labrador, more portion of Africa than Labrador, but just the diplomacy thing here, we will not have the army that the excuse that will be JP a lot of time, so the phone will have it all, so they took the place there. And how again they try to come take that place from all in Lufa. Then we say diplomacy, yeah, nobody against the diplomacy channel, but at least that our military be present. That will bring fear into some people what they're not supposed to do. But they're just saying that we're treating people to be
Thank you. We have to go.
Yeah,
It's 10 because they're reducing account
10:27.
Thank you. We have to go. So Mr. P, you have a plate of concerns in front of you. You can choose whatever.
Yeah, I want to speak to somebody who called earlier and said and talk about share.
Yeah, share in
company in Bapolo and somewhere else.
And if you have any
mining company,
I think the ministry is right here. The Minerals and Mining Law of 2000 prohibits the president of Liberia, vice president, all the senators, representatives, appointees, and officials of government, even inspectors within the Ministry of Mines and Energy, mining agents. So the minister who administers the law is prohibited. And this is the ignorance, and sometimes somebody will say ignorance when it is blended with stupidity, sometimes it can be terrible. This person is ignorant, but he doesn't want to acknowledge his ignorance. Because
so maybe he was just asking. Apparently,
no, it's not rumor. When you hear rumor and then you put it on the national platform like this, then you are the perpetrator of the rumor, because the ministry is right here. So I can be very unapologetic when somebody wants to take my reputation for granted. I don't apologize and I don't become polite for that.
Everyone knows it.
So that's it. That's why I decided to respond to it as quickly as possible. Then you asked a question earlier and somebody came in, maybe they didn't hear me. They didn't understand about when I left government, whether the president I had met.
Yeah,
that was your question.
Yeah.
I said no. So should I lie and say we have not met? That doesn't mean I'm not in touch.
Maybe they join the show later.
That doesn't mean I'm not in touch with the office of the president. And I even said I was in touch with the Ministry of State and all of that. But what if the president is busy? And the president is not somebody you can walk to and just say, I can't see the president. All right. So it's good for people to understand that, because some of the backgrounds to this can be based on the perpetrators of the rumors that people want to say, oh, the man there. I started by saying, I am not bitter for any reason. And I have no reason to be bitter because I spent 1 month in government or I spent 2 years in government. I was one of the few people in this country who, when Madam Sadi was president, were appointed, and I politely declined the appointment. And not once. One deputy minister of commerce for administration in 2012, politely we discussed that, and then I said I preferred staying with the party because Secretary General, the role, the way I saw it, when I was elected as Secretary General on October the 30th of 2010, I was Assistant Minister for Commerce and Trade. Another privileged position, but then I resigned. I was even approached. People wanted me to stay on. I said, no, you can't serve two masters. So this is it. And I will come to the, I think say asked a question about Russian influence, and then coming to a Russian company controversial. According to him, there's a controversy surrounding a Russian company operating in Liberia or that has a money right in Liberia. Of course, Silver Star is a Russian company that has shares in the biggest share in the Putu iron ore mining project. But that project has been dormant. They started operation after they had done feasibility study and all of that.
They came in under this administration?
No, not in this administration, under President Sadi. Then after some time, what happened? They closed down. Initially, the issue was Ebola or whatever, and then later on, I think it became proving that financially they were running into difficulties, so they shut down. When this government took over, when we went to the Ministry of Mines and Energy, as part of our policy approach, we decided to review the status of all mineral rights that were granted, those who have right to some of our assets, and Putu happens to be one of our biggest assets, iron ore assets. So Putu was rating and was engaged. We had initially wanted, as a government, we had wanted to just repossess it using whatever legal remedies were available. And the Ministry of Justice has been pursuing that. Recently, the last time I listened, I think the president appointed the vice president to spearhead the whole Putu discussion.
Correct.
Yeah, so it is not, there's no controversy surrounding it. I think the real issue, if I would borrow from Sayes, was to use the word controversy as he had used it. It was because they have not been operating, and the asset has been sitting down dormant. But in order to invoke the provision in the concession agreement, the mineral development agreement, that says you can effect control of transfer of the asset to another successor, you have to go through all the legal remedies. But that has nothing to do with Russia's influence But Russia, definitely, as I say in my post, their influence, they're expanding their influence in the region and even around the world. We've seen that in the Sahel. You can't choose. We can't tell the other countries in the region, like Niger, like Guinea, who to befriend. What my post is seeking to do is for us to identify who our friends are. Okay. And that there's nothing wrong with that. Guinea will not be offended by our action, but we cannot pretend to be neutral. Then Zinatana spoke about the situation with Soup, and again, I was there. I was there. You know, it's difficult when you want to quote, when you want to make reference to history and the makers of the history are available. You have to be careful. But he's right. He's right that Soup took a position. At the time, I was chair of the Bureau of Propaganda, Information and Research of Soup. Okay. In fact, that very issue that he's talking about, the position that was given, the statement, I drafted it. Okay. Yeah.
What was the statement?
Yeah, the statement was the President Taylor at that time, and this is one thing that people have not been able to do research to investigate. Okay. At that time, Taylor was President Taylor, and this is where many people do not know why Taylor was unjustly treated and he was charged and prosecuted. People did not know. Okay. And we were not acting out of just sentiment. Okay. We're acting on information. And the sources I cannot disclose yet. But I'm telling you, at the time Taylor was saying that there was war in Lofa, he was looking for a justification. He was looking for a justification to cover up, because that was the Vahun region was being used, and I'm saying it here without fear or favor. He was using the Vahun region to send arms and ammunition and supplies to the RUF. That's what was happening. So when journalists wanted to investigate, to go there, he created, BBC had come here, Robin White had even come. Journalists had wanted to go in to investigate, so he created that sense of insecurity that there was war in Lofa. Therefore, the place was out of reach. At the time he said that there were vehicles running from red light all the way to Vonjema and all the way to that region. So I like to say it that way. We have kept it for too long. Maybe those of us who were key players and who had the privileged information had not been discussing it, so people just
my concern
so it was not true that there was war in Lofa at that time. Law had not even started.
So then two concerns now. One, how did they then few months or few weeks, or all of a sudden they learn launches. Okay, that's few years. That's what I feel. Yeah. But launches and the crash. I can't pay you. I'll give the chance, and I like the honesty you bring into the conversation. And like you said, you were the history maker. So few years later, Learn comes with a rebel incursion. In the aftermath of the statement with Soup denying that there's a war, some of your guys fled into exile. Could you just zero in on that?
But I was one of those that fled into exile. I was one of the 14 that fled into exile. Okay. Minister Pia was one of them. And many of them are still here. Even Dr. Lester Tenney was one of those. Yapazwo, our man Yapazwo was there. The late Kaku Samson, the late Afonso Nimine, Attorney Urias Tepo, Ifa CDC chairman, Attorney Janga Augustus Co. They all were there. And even his wife was also one of us. So that's what happened. Yeah, so I don't want us to go back to
but was that statement compared to that of Representative Yeke's statement?
No. Because there was no aggression from Guinea. And we're not taking side with an aggressor. What we were saying as students and as interest group who were concerned about our country, we were saying to our government, stop misleading the public. There is no insecurity in Lofa as yet. And so Taylor said, okay, say you go say no insecurity, will take you to the place of hope, so there's a big difference between, in this case, in the case of or Representative
follow back.
I listen to him. In his case now, there is an aggression into our territory by another aggressor. Yeah, so that's what happened. And you talk about a law thing. We have to always be careful to separate the issues. Obviously, when you have more citizens of your country disenchanted across the border who are forced to be refugees as a result of the political condition in the country, that's a different thing compared to what is happening in Guinea. Guinea is pursuing an aggressive posture towards a peaceful neighbor with whom it has had no issue until this particular situation developed. Yeah, so I just wanted to make that point. And somebody talked about, I think they see mineral thing, we talked about that. Uranium thing, I spoke about that. And I spoke cautiously about that because we do have a mineral survey report. And that report has no indication that there is uranium in that particular area. I did, however, mention that there is in that area there's a potential for a rare earth mineral or metallic mineral called samarium, and that samarium has properties that when it is processed can also lead to, because you see when they say mineral, it's a it's a combination of different elements.
Somebody said that's what they use for the speakers, the sound bags.
That's what I said. Yeah, I said the headphones. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. So yes, so it is possible because from it you can also get you can get the monazite. Yeah, with this monazite also have radioactive property. So it's possible that they could be referring to some of these things. But again, I want to be careful not to inflame the situation by saying, oh yeah, there's uranium there, and so Guinea is also trying to do that. Of course, there is a scramble for natural resources, particularly mineral resources. And these critical minerals, I don't like to call them critical because every mineral that we mine and benefit from is critical for our survival. Iron ore is also critical for us. Yeah, gold is critical. But countries are trying to position themselves. And that's where we have to be careful to see how we can work. And the sooner this issue is resolved, the better it is for us. And I will end by saying that we need Guinea just as much as Guinea needs us. We live in an interdependent reality. These two countries, even Russia, the US, and all the China, and all our friends that we deal with, they will not always be with us. But Guinea and Liberia will always coexist no matter what. So we need each other and we need to appreciate that and continue to work together. The other point I want to make, somebody said, well, I've been called. I think that call thing I addressed that. I am in touch. Maybe people don't know. And until you can come to radio and be a little bit, maybe you are all over on radio. Not based on my experience, my leadership experience and my orientation. What I discuss at certain level, I can't put that out. I'm engaged with people at various levels, everybody in government. Because one good thing that God did for me was I left government on a good note. I didn't leave as a result of a rancor with anybody.
Or corruption.
Yes, nobody can say he did this or he did that. The records are there. That's why when I was leaving the ministry, I left. That's why since I even left the ministry, other people can be worried about, when they work somewhere, they can be looking over their shoulder. Look, I can say with confidence, I sleep sound, I eat well, I don't need a lot of money to live. As my orientation is, I don't think I need a lot of money to live. And the reason why we have corruption in Liberia is because of greed. And when God can help you, if God can help you to solve the problem of greed, more than 80% of your problem is solved. And so at least more than 80% of my problem is solved because I am not a greedy man. My wife is not a greedy woman. My children are not greedy. My parents are not greedy. I don't have greedy people who are demanding. And so as a result, I put myself under undue pressures to be able to meet their needs in order to, I don't try to fit in. I try to be a critical and positive contributor to the transformation of my country. And at the appropriate time, when you invite me, we take time to discuss, as you said, my handover notes. That's why we documented whatever we did in our ministry and whatever we did. And I do have excellent relationship with everybody. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm proud of my record, my achievement, my achievement and my contributions. And I hold no grudge against anybody for any reason. After all, it was a privilege for me to have been called to serve. And that's why I said, well, if you follow my comment when I said, it is not how long you stay on a job, but what you do while there. And so I can speak, I can go any part of the world, anywhere right now. I speak from everything I did in that ministry with absolute confidence, without fear or favor, because I can tell you the evidence is clear. The success indicators are all there. There's no need for me to be grouping and guessing whether I achieve anything and this was because of a collective work that was done by everybody there. So I just want people to know that let's put our country first, whether we are serving, whether we are in an elective office, whether we are in a appointed office, at whatever level we find ourselves to serve our country, it is a privilege. Let's do our best. Because the world we live in now, and I will end with this, Kevin, the world does not owe Liberia a living. The world doesn't owe us a living. No country owes us a living. We owe it to ourselves. We must solve our problems. Make a commitment, a determination to solve our problems. Nobody is going to come here with largesse that will just flow to you. If we don't do it for ourselves, no country will do it for us, because the other countries that we deal with, they too are seeking the interests of their countries.
Okay. All right. His name is Wimot P. He's the former Mines and Energy Minister. He's here for the first time since his departure from government, picking up some time to tell us about some of the reasons why we need to do what we need to do in order to protect our sovereignty. His advice to the government is crystal clear. We want to say thanks to all of you who follow this broadcast live on our official page. And that's Prime FM Monrovia, 105.5. Those of you who listened but did not call in, sorry to those persons who tried calling but we could not take your calls. Our apologies. And to all of you who participated in today's edition of the program, The Prime Morning Drive, thanks to my co-driver, my colleague Danicius Mate, thanks to Theophilus Darwin, who produced this program, and Ishmael Scott, who was able to produce this program live on our official page. Thanks to all of you who contributed to the success of this show. Favor Kobe and every person. Thanks so very kindly. My name is Kelvin Deming. To talk to you will be tomorrow, 7:45, with another fresh and fascinating edition of the program, The Prime Morning Drive.
some of the horror and terror movies and things, this horrible content that you give your eyes to, most of these things, they are spirits that follow. And before you make up your mind, they begin to trouble you in your dream realm. And these are platforms, these are gateways that will open to our lives. And many of us, we are watching all kinds of things, spirit movies. And before we make our mind, we become victim. We become victim to these evil dreams. And the devil is looking for a loophole into your life. So we must be cautious of watching all these demonic contents, all these spirit horror shows. So we must be conscious of it. I want to encourage you to walk in authority over those dreams. You are not a victim, you are a victim. So you have to
and the petroleum.
A systematic erosion of democracy.
Doing that, going outside, you fail to be able to address a particular situation, to tell the people that here we are, this is how far the government is handling this situation. You say you handle situation, but you say you are telling the Liberian people that the situation has been handled, and in your same communication, you are deploying security personnel, a huge number of security personnel. So what are you trying to say? What exactly are you trying to say? So the issue here is that the maggots you are killing, right? They want to call it the monkey, right? Don't kill them. But where they are coming from is the area you should be able to focus on, right? So forget about the thing that Liberian people talking. But the root cause of that particular issue should be a paramount concern. That's why you should be able to handle and stop threatening people for expressing themselves. Stop going after people for expressing themselves. No. That's a very smart way to be able to silence people. And we know all these things. Government has so many tricks to silence people. So Liberia will continue to talk in amongst the government. The government will try to, play fun out of them, make fool out of them at their own detriment. They will continue to talk. So if you don't want for the people to talk, be able to handle this issue, be able to handle this issue. You know how many Guineans been talking about that issue? I've been following the Guinean bloggers. They people can read that thing in French. They are putting something out. They will tell me the thing with me in English, right? And the people know that they will go about threatening their citizens. They were not threatening their citizens. But when the government will get here, when people talk, then they want to threaten them. Look, the Liberian people dare you, Mr. Minister. Nothing you can do to anybody. So that thing that you're talking down there is a bluff. Nothing you are going to do to anybody in a much they want to talk about this situation. I'll leave you, let's get you on, then we go to Solomon.
Thank you there, Stephen. Yeah, Solomon, good morning. Welcome, brother. The problem here, this government, they are the one that carry on unethical behavior according to the justice minister. Because like you said, you the justice minister, you should be able to tell Jeremy Pia to put himself in an orderly manner instead of speaking recklessly and loosely to the Liberian people by saying, if you think the government is not doing anything to solve the problem, you come, they give your arm so you can go there to solve it. That being very much irresponsible and reckless. So if you're talking about unethical behavior, that goes to Jeremy Pia. You're not talking to Liberia. You're speaking directly to Jeremy Pia. He's the one behaving irresponsibly and reckless in his speaking. You don't talk to like that. Okay? This is something that I don't know why this government don't want to be transparent. And these are things that you can be on transparency. When such a thing happening in the country, be able to tell your citizens the root cause of this thing. What caused this thing that happening in Lopa County? Because if you people can come on and tell, oh, you're talking about people all on social media, the print media, they want to instill fear in people, this and that, and what have you. You people are the cause of this. If you can just come and tell Liberian people say, oh, they were doing illegal money, or when the guy in Sakara Yumade is involved, Tomon Fala is involved, the other person is involved, they were doing illegal money to the play. There are so many speculations out there. The best thing you can do as a government, all these things yesterday was one of the day, I think you want to address the issue for Liberian people to know definitely what is going on. But because you're taking free salary without doing nothing, you just say that I make you salary when you go, you don't know what to say, but to put fear in people. You can silence freedom of speech in our country. You can even say do it, and you will never ever do it. Yesterday, you want to tell Liberian people this whole local county issue that going on, this is what happened that made the people to seize those machines. This is what happened that made the Guinean soldier to come over to take over our land. And this is how far we have gone now in resolving this issue. And you give us subsequent time, and this issue will be resolved. The president went there. This is what was discussed, but we don't know why it happened, and we still seeing these people there. You'll be able to discuss this thing with the Liberian people. President Baka went there. While they discussed, he said they went to resolve this whole issue to have a dialogue. But he came back, the next day, these people took over again. You tell us, all these rumors are out there. You try to erase it from the news. You tell us straight up what led to this thing. Who are those people involved? Let Liberian people know and how far you people are going on with negotiators to see how you can resolve this issue. Our people can be in Lofa, like doing the war. They are born. Our bundle now, our old man used to face it already said. The moment they say boom, when you wake up on your head, we running. This is how our people live in Lofa now. They already get that thing they said. Because anytime they sleep in the night, they expect Guinean people to come and start putting them out of their houses to take over their places. This is the kind of fear they are living in. And government is not transparent enough to come and tell the Liberian people what led to this whole thing and how far they have gone. They will keep telling you, say, oh yeah, we are working on things, where the people, they are staying there and our people are living in fear. This is not good. So Samuel 12, if you don't want the print media, you don't want people to be writing on Facebook, you come out straight and tell Liberian people what happened, what led to this, and how far you people have gone with negotiation. Today we're hearing President Waka call France president. Why do you call the France president? Why you can't call ECOWAS, the ECOWAS body, the MRU country, why you can't call them? He will not call them because during the legislative impact, when ECOWAS came to the country, he told them to go back. They will handle it. You see? Because he felt that time he had the power to remove Fonatikopa, so he couldn't even listen to ECOWAS. So today, what is happening between Liberia and Guinea, he can call ECOWAS, he will be calling France president. The way people say, oh yeah, Liberia is under America. If Liberia and another country going through something, you think our country president will take phone to call Donald Trump because they say, oh, Liberia under America, the way people can say, no, they will call the ECOWAS country to see how they can resolve that issue between Liberia and our country. They're not going to call President Trump. We're hearing that you call France president. Why are you calling France president? You should be calling ECOWAS for them to see how they can resolve this issue. So Oslo tour or working at tour, if you say people are carrying on unethical behavior, that goes to your information minister, Jeremy Pia, and other people within the government. If you can't tell all what is happening, we will say what people are saying, and you will come and tell all the truth. Thank you.
Thank you. Just a minute. Baka Reeves, let's get you on.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you for the topic on the discussion. I don't know whether you guys played a particular video that we saved for today regarding the statement or the observation or the position of one of our opposition leaders in terms of Mr. Gongo. You know, we can always blame government and all those stuff, which is not actually blaming government, but we're trying to bring the information on the surface so that they who are in charge to be able to do so. Now, what really I'm seeing from this whole thing is that none of those people, including the oppositions, those who have not taken this matter to even go to the border to see what is going on and to see what information, what is going on, to let us know. And look at those opposition that they don't really care about Liberia, they care for themselves, because we always have in mind that opposition is government in waiting. So you don't have to come to power before you address serious situation that is going on in a country. I was expecting President Weah to have even gone to the border, or because he is the primary opposition, the one that was just dethroned by this current government. He's ought to be getting information. I'm not saying false information, but actual information to tell the Liberian people, look, the people who came to rescue us, we have this situation regarding our land, but this is what is unfolding. I have been there. I have seen all of this stuff. So this is what is unfolding. They don't say anything. They're waiting so that, oh, well, that the people government doesn't deal with it. Then what kind of opposition are you? Then you're making us feel that you don't care about the country. You only care about your fame, your popularity, and your people only care about, when they come to power, the money that will be stealing. That is not good at all as opposition leader. I don't like to compare our country with that of the United States or with that of Donald Trump. Any natural disaster that was going on when Joseph Biden was president, Mr. Masali can barely witness. President Trump was going there to bring the same situation that was on the media, that look, this is what's going on. These people, they are joke. They're not fulfilling the needs of the American people. So our opposition, the kind of stand that they are taking right now, it is very, very bad. Very, very bad. So you know, Liberia, I don't care. Even if President Weah was to go to the French president, I would say to him that, well, I think you guys are in different worlds. Those countries, they are not being controlled by the colonial powers anymore. They may have influence. For example, France may have influence in Guinea and the Ivory Coast and other French countries, but they don't have complete control over those countries. So if there's any kind of conflict, the main person that will be able to resolve the problem are the countries involved, the parties involved. So if President Boakai, which I know he cannot resolve conflict, that is one of his weakest point. He was not able to resolve problem within our unity party. He was not able to resolve problem within the CPP. Since he came to power, all of the approaches he has been taking is how to bring division and for people to fight. First thing when the executive mansion, not executive mansion, but the Capitol building got on fire, you already took side. They already fueling the fire with more gasoline. That is what he is. He does not know how to resolve problem. When he was much younger, we said that he was a no-nonsense person, that he will not allow corruption and all those stuff to be in his areas. These are things that he is good. So we don't expect him for any good thing to really come from him, but people that are around him that are supposed to push him to do those things. So it is a good thing for us to blame a government. Actually, again, as I said, we're not blaming them, but we are telling them something happening, and we need your attention. We need your involvement. Equally so, the opposition, they know that something is happening to our country, but these people they're not doing so and so. This is exactly what's been going on. So that's my take on it. The government is not being truthful, and if the government is not truthful, government does not want to tell us what is going on. The opposition should be able to come to say exactly what is going on, what they have observed, what they have researched, and this is the situation. And we will hold this government accountable because they are the one in the seat right now, so that they'll be able to resolve the problem. But our opposition, they are not doing that, with the exception of Tiawan Congo, based on what I heard him say.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Solomon. Steve, can you please give me 1 minute, please?
Yeah, just go ahead very quickly. Now bring on Janet Pessima.
Okay, thank you. Solomon, you said something very important. Yes. The opposition, like you said, and I have said it here 1,000 times. Yes. I'm not a Republican, but one thing I love about President Trump. That what is happening in Liberia there, our government don't want to come straight up. President Trump don't get secret. If President Trump will come straight up and tell you, oh yes, what is happening and what led to it, so that the whole country will know he don't have anything. Why is it our 80-year-old president that left for here, he went Guinea, he can't tell the Liberian people what happening? And yet, President, we are you the former president, you in the country, all our opposition leaders are there. When such a thing happening, at least you're sure to the Liberian people that you care for them, not only when you're in power. People will say, oh yeah, he's not in power, so he get. Those people that will tell you this thing, they are not giving you no good advice. You see, even Alexander Kumi, if somebody tell you, say, Mr. Kumi, don't go over there. There are the people in power, let them go and solve it. They are not giving you good advice. So all the opposition leaders, you need to step up. You need to speak on this thing. But again, the problem that I have, if the government can come out and tell the Liberian people the cause of this thing, what happened, the opposition leader, when you go in there, you will know where you're going and why you're going there to say. But if you don't even say no, what led to this thing, again, you will say, but the RT I can go over there because when even though I go there, I even said no, what caused this thing. The time President Baka went Guinea, he came back, he was to tell Liberian people, okay, this is what happened and this is what we discussed there, so that the whole country will know. The opposition leader now, they will be informed. But nothing like that. Nobody know what led to this thing. The government will just tell you, say we are working on it, we are working on it, but yet then still our people are living in fear. But it is a good thing, Solomon. Yes, the opposition leader, I'm very, very much disappointed in every one of them, even my political leader, George Mane. There are things that happen in the country, and I know he can want to go there, but his advisor will say, don't go there, Mr. President. The people in the handle it, they the one in power. Stop listening to those people around you. They are not doing you no good at all. Those people around you, they are not giving you no good advices. Thank you.
Thank you, Aliyu. Thank you so much. Let's get Janet's thought on this particular issue.
Yeah,
then we go to the main issue.
Well, but trust me, they have said it, or I just wanted to say the same thing. I mean, these people might want to go there and be a part of the process, or they need to know the root cause. And the president took the lead. He said, okay, let me go get there. Once there's a problem, you come to me, says Janet, what's the problem? And I explain. If you can help me, you will help in the process. We are all like, this whole thing is not about, like Solomon said, it's not about party thing or opposition or, people that are still in power. We need to work together. Every day things are getting, serious over there. So the people will come in, but Joseph Boakai that the whole country thinks and know that he's supposed to put these things, in place because he is our leader. When there's a problem, he should be there. When the masses need help, when the country need help, he is supposed to be the one to put things together. Opposition must go there, but we should not 100% blame them because it is his duty to make sure these things come to an end. He said he's using wisdom. He's using, how they can call it maturity. If you are using wisdom and maturity to bring this thing to an end and it's still escalating, then I don't understand what you're talking about. Because you got more connection with that side than any other person. You got some historical connection with Sierra Leone and that side. So it was going to be something like you went there that very day. It was going to come to a standstill, but it's still ongoing. And gradually coming up, the people are displaced, people died in the process, people got wounded, people don't have anywhere to sleep. Like Ali, you said, people just got bundled sitting down waiting. Any noise, they're struggling to go somewhere else to be. And this is not the Liberia he told us he was going to give us. This is not a Liberia that we desire. We said we are tired with war. And I mean, that thing should have been, amicably soft if he had gone through the right channel or done the right things. But I don't know what's the problem with him and Guinea, that Guinea is refusing to listen and put this thing to an end. Like I said, let me stop here. We got other discussions.
Yes, seriously, we have other issues to talk about. Yes. But then I would take an exception to the claims made by Solomon Boakai and supported subsequently by Aliyu, right? Now, here is the issue. There's a security matter, right? So if you talk about, opposition or political leaders speaking on the issue, I would say, yes, it is important that they speak on this issue. But to say an opposition leader should leave from here, go do investigation to that tension border is a serious threat, right? I don't think it is necessary because we have a government, we have security apparatus that should be doing that and not opposition figures. So you say, we have to move from here, we are going to go to the border, go send for the Guinean army and go ask them. But people, what do you say happening here? No, I don't think that's the rightful thing to do.
No, Stephen. George Weah is not going to the Guinean border to go ask the Guinean soya what happened. He's going local country to his citizens to go and see them. How they are living, what is going on, to talk to his people. At least to give them the hope, yes, this is happening, but we know the government, they are trying. Go there, let the people feel your presence. When things you so happy in this country, anywhere something happy, bam. The next day you will see Donald Trump on flight going there. He's going there to see a citizen, he's an American. He wants to be your president, he's an opposition. Whenever something happy, he go there to see his people to really know what is going on. George Weah is not going to go discuss with Guinea, so you're going to borderland, go to local country, go to your people.
Okay, Ali.
He elected you, the filter, you just left for power, and you still want to come back. These are the same people depending on to vote for you. So when something happening, go to them, go speak to them, see what is going on. You're not going to borderland, no. You're going to the people of local country. We say you must go to borderland.
Okay, all right, Aliyu. Like I said earlier on, there's a security issue, and I think the manner and form in which opposition politicians are going to handle it is something that should be considered. Because, mind you, like I said, a security issue. The government we have, the involvement of opposition political leaders going down there, asking questions, doing this, doing that, it could be misinterpreted somehow, and other things may be involved. So it should be something that is considered. They can speak about it, but before they get involved, going to borderline, all these things, I don't think, in my mind, I don't think it is necessary. We have a government that is elected to do that, to ensure that the sovereignty of our state is protected, right? Our borderlines are protected. Okay, yeah. So that's very important. All right. So with this,
I wanted to make a comment on that. See, if we continue to have those kind of mindsets, especially those of you that are in journalism, when you have those kind of opinion, then the country will continue to be in this state.
Which one opinion?
see, the problem is the way you're analyzing it. What we are saying, in fact, the opposition, by this time, Freedom Radio journalists or King's Radio journalists, they should have gone to the border. They should have done their own background investigation to give the people the other news. Since this thing happened, I have not heard ERBC, whatever name they have now, gone to the border to give the Liberian people what is unfolding. Okay, but the person or the government, this is a security issue. They supposed to have done this. They supposed to have done that, and what have you. It's already saying this. Already saying that government will always protect themselves. Even when we was there, if anything going on wrong, the government will be able to give a statement, whether just to make the Liberian people believe that government is not going to say, oh yeah, we people right over there. So Liberian people, yeah, we people over there. You're going to use the same thing against them so that you can remove them from power. The same way they were saying we are broad kush in the country, and all those stuff, it resonated with them. The purpose for journalism, the purpose for having this kind of radio station that are in favor of the opposition is to make sure that you do your fact finding. Even if it calls you to go to the historical root of that problem. I posted something, I said, since 1860s, that problem has been going on. Other persons handle it, the compromise. Liberia, Guinea, Sierra Leone, they were all existing as country, as piece of land before the Nimi process happened. So we cannot say because we were the first person that got independence, so it means that this land is for us. The only thing that we saw over there was the superpower. They decided to draw boundary, and whatever boundary they drew was for their own interest. Liberia was never colonized by America, so America did not take part to say, okay, no, I'm not going to allow you people to divide this other country like this and to do so and so things. So we cannot claim because we were in existence or we got our independence first. So it means that land belonged to us without looking at the historical facts and all those stuff. So we need to do our Liberian people due diligence. Government is always going to protect themselves. We sort of go do the fact finding and tell the people, but it is not that security purpose and all of that stuff. Go to war zone. You see journalists, they go in there. When CNN goes somewhere, the way in which they would bring up the story. Fox News go there, other internet news will go there, and they will either report whatever the person is reporting, and they report whatever they think is true.
Thank you.
So
Thank
we
you.
cannot say the government should be able to do this because of security matter.
Thank you.
We need a security matter. Or you as a journalist, you need to be involved in the security matter. Anybody for that matter, we need to be involved in the security matter. Government has the power to protect us. If government is not protecting us, we have the responsibility as opposition, as Liberians, to make sure that we do our own research to educate our people what to be done. And that's the point that we are making.
Thank you, Solomon. Thank you. Let us now go over to our next discussion point. Like I said earlier on, remember, while it is true that we are, almost everybody's mind is kind of focused, right, on this ongoing situation there in Lofa County. But it is just very important that we also remind the government of promises they made to the Liberian people, right? So but sometime last year, I'm going to play two audios. The first one will come from the finance minister regarding the building, right, of schools across the country. The finance minister said that, and we'll be looking at that, a statement he made, and also the president's own statement. So we'll play those two voices, we'll do our analysis on it, then we hear from you, our people. So let us begin with the finance minister, Minister Gafwan. The man will say people be taking pay two times. Janet, you get somebody working in the government, my eyes, and whatever they can take pay two times. All right, so let us listen to the finance minister on this particular issue with the building of 100 schools across the country. Let's listen to him.
Funding, like I was telling you that that beginning October or September, the Ministry of Education is going to start the construction of more than 100 schools in this country. It's donor finance project, but we are the ones that attracted the financing. And so when it may not be in the Ministry of Education budget from the government, but it is government support. Because ultimately some of these things, some of these flows, although they are very concessional, they are credits that the government pays back maybe over a 40-year period. So it is government that is directing the funding there. So
Okay, thank you, Honorable Minister of Finance. Let's go to the old man, right? Let's go to the old man and let's listen to him, what he has to say during his solemn address, promise he made to the Liberian people, most especially the unprivileged Liberians, right? Let's hear the president, what he said. Let's get it.
Budget Training Center. Mr. Speaker, members of the legislature, providing adequate housing remains a priority. Many Liberians live in overcrowded, insecure conditions. To address this, the National Housing Authority will begin building 600 social housing units across 6 counties in February this year. Mr. Speaker.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President. Which month is this, Jenny? March, right? It's a bright month, so you will not forget, right? And the president talked about February of this year, right? It was during the last solemn address. So you listen to the president up to now. I'm yet, right? I'm yet to see anything of such. The housing agency, nothing of such. We are seeing, So let us analyze these things. Let's keep reminding the government, Let's keep reminding them about these promises. So let's go over to Aliyu. You listen to your finance minister, Minister Gafwan, his statement. You can also have a say on the president's promise as well. So just 2 minutes, Aliyu Masale, then we'll go over to Solomon.
Oh yeah, thank you, Stevie. Excuse me. The problem here, Steve. The president. I will start with the president. The people can just put these speeches together, do all the beautiful writing because the president speaks beautiful English, and they will give it to him when he goes stand out there, and he be saying it. They put, oh yeah, this is the reform. Like my cousin in America, yeah. These are things the whole day she will be all on social media now. We said it, they prepare he the rep person when they hear this kind of thing, whole day will be on social media. President Baka will just speak the beautiful English. He say all of the beautiful things, and it can happen. Because before you come out to even say make such a statement in your sonar address, make sure the person that wrote that thing and put it there. Before you go out there to give your sonar, ask them, is the money there? Where is it? Is it in the budget line? Ask all of these questions to make sure, do we have the team set up that immediately February the team will start? Do all your due diligence. Ask your finance minister. Ask the people that you think they are prepared people that are necessary to carry on this project and team. Call them. This is the sonar you're prepared. Where is the money for this thing? Is it in the budget line? When I gave this speech, who are those people that are going to start their work immediately February? If they show you everything, you show of what they are telling you, then now you can go now, you say that in your sonar, and then right after that, when they say February, you make sure you start calling your finance minister, your national housing authority, and other people that they told you were going to spearhead the project to kick it running off. These are things you do, but people will just go, they read all kind of beautiful things, and then they keep it when they say today President Baka is supposed to go speak, they put it in front of him, then he go instead, then he go read it to embarrass him. This is February, this is March we are in. A single structure has not been put down. What you said in your sonar, like I said the last time, these are things the government need to do. Housing unit. Our people that have been invaded, they're sleeping in garage, they're sleeping in old cars, in those various garages across the country, in the city. If the government have housing unit, you can take your people, you put them there. Oh yeah, this is a temporary place that you will be. This is not a permanent place for you for 6 months. You can be there. So if that person was doing their lay hustle, they're not paying rent for 6 months. They will be saving money because they know the government only gave them that place for 6 months. Well, after 6 months, you finish find your 2-bedroom apartment, your 1-bedroom apartment, government can everybody move out. That's a beautiful thing that he said. But do they have the plan? Do they have the resources? No, there is no plan put in place. They will just go to say something without having no plan, no policy at all on that thing. They keep embarrassing this old man. This is not good.
Okay.
Therefore, you're talking about building schools. Look across the country. Look at the University of Liberia you graduated from. People still going there using bucket to flush a toilet. Look at the building there at the University of Liberia, the building there in the forest in 1990 war. Go to Fender, you or Steven, the place you can go there. Look at that building. You think that how it's supposed to be?
I'm there.
Then
I know the situation we are facing.
You see, just look at this building there, your state-run university, and compare it to other countries that you've been to. And then you talk about building 100 schools when children are still sitting on the floor in Liberia, sitting on their slippers in classroom. I will be sharing some of the pictures that people can be sending to me. I will be sending them in the chat room so you can see. You see, look at this kind of thing that happening in the country. You're talking about building extra 100 schools. I think the money you take it to build 100 schools, this is time that you can see how to upgrade those school buildings where no windows, no chairs, people children sitting on the floor. The last time Baka said now, when you come to school, child to handle waiting, one child, one chair, that what happening in the country now. They put that all of beautiful English that lie together when he said it. And we still have people, children, they go to school, they take on that slipper, they put it down, they say that only. People are going to school. Then the last time I all of video, one teacher, he the principal, he the teacher teaching the whole school from ABC to 9th grade. These things are happening. You see school, no window, no ceiling, no door. Then you talking about building extra 100 school. Instead of you, Solomon, let's hear from you, man.
Okay, thank you. Your 2 minutes already finished. Let's get a solo. Let's get you on. You listen to the finance minister and the president. Let's get you. What's your take on their statement?
Well, those of us who actually get political science or government, those are common statements that people make. Even content, it may not be you specifically, but sometimes when you are dating a girl, some of the things you will be saying to that girl, oh, I will do so and so thing, and you will say every good thing to conscientize that person to really accept your proposal. And then when that girl accepts your proposal, then all of those things that you talk about it behind you.
How do you say?
That's the one they say you put it out to eat chicken.
Oh, okay, yeah. Man, what? Well, make a video.
Yeah, so those are some of the things. And you have some guys that are very, very good at it. They will be the worst person, but when they finish coaching that individual, when the girlfriend would say, "Oh yeah," and all those stuff. We have Unity Party. We have, when I was with the Unity Party, we are very, very good when it comes to sugarcoating those things so that we can get the crowd. It will cost us to give you a digital presentation of what we want to do. When you see the picture alone, you say, wow, this is good. So government is always like that. Majority of the government that we have, the only difference, even in the United States, the person that we have now, things that he said back, 45 years ago and all those stuff, that's the same exact thing that he said he was going to do. That's what he has been doing. So other people, they look at it and say, oh yeah, this man, when he says something, he's going to do it. Well, a few years ago, they used to say President we are that talk and do. And that was the thing that was going on. So some people will say all of this, but did he do everything that he talked about? No. Some of the things he said that corruption was going to be one of the enemies that they were going to fight. And he said all of these are going to happen. Nobody going to be spectator in our own economy. How many people became spectators in our economy? Those are political statements that people send out there, so that whenever it resonates with the people, they will vote for you. Bagafwan say we build 100 schools across. They know that we don't have that many schools in the country. So if they say that, those will be things that will resonate with our people. We know that we don't have a lot of public, government housing units. Even our soldiers, they don't have a good facility for them to sleep inside. The one that they just did at whatever it used to be shuffling, but I think they have a new family, Kesseli, Camp Kesseli, or whatever the name it is. When you go to right opposite the 14 military hospital, that particular camp there. Mm-hmm. So the military barracks over there. So these people will say all of these things. When President Weah came in, he will build a few housing units. If you were to go to We Nation, in one of the villages of We Nation, and you have 10 people in there, you say, okay, and you see their condition, you say, what we're going to do, we're going to build 5 housing units that will host 2 families, so that those who have the 10 units, one person, your own apartment will face this way, your own will face this way. Beautiful apartment, money and apartment. President Weah did some of those things in the village. So they saw that was a good roadmap, that President Weah was the people, the common people president. Waka, in his first speech when he was inaugurated, said some of the things that President Weah been doing, the good thing, we're going to follow up on them. And what he said, those are some of the things he wants to follow up, but the way in which they are mismanaging the economy, that's why they are not able to do some of those stuff. So those are good political statements. And Tonton, you guys will get used to that. In politics, we call those elastic language, beneficial elastic language. So I will say you can hold it whatever way.
That we have listened to these kind of statements, but most especially during the campaign time, people will make these statements. But when we see the government in power, and even to come to the Liberian people to inform them that, yeah, we said this, but this is what happened. Nothing of such. So we just try to remind them, Solomon Bakari. You can just close up. Yeah, you can just close up. Then we'll bring on Jenna, and then we'll go to the line. Okay, I think Solomon has a close up. Jenna, let's get you on.
No, but that's why we are here to remind him. I think he's coming back.
Go ahead.
No, that's fine. I was just making that point. So we hear all of those things from those people, and that's what I'm saying. Black Eye, those of you who've been listening to me from Freedom to Kings, Control, I think you are aware of those 3 major things I always said. President Joseph Yima Boakai cannot find solution to problem. That was number 1. President Joseph Yima Boakai is not innovative, not creative. Number 2, because when a person is innovative, that innovation and things that you will see the result, the fruit of that person being innovative. Number 3, President Joseph Yima Boakai is not developmentally minded. So I said all of those things, and people pushing him to do A, B, C, and D. Look, if you are developmentally minded, and I am an expert in agriculture, and when I was vice president, even if I was not in leadership, I would make sure that agriculture will be the bedrock for the country, because the kind of forest we have, the kind of vegetation that we have, or ground that we have, will be able to supply the whole of West Africa. But those things, they are not part of him. So if you are developmentally minded, You are not going to bring 35 or 300 yellow machine. You are going to bring maybe a 100 yellow machine, and the rest of the other one will be farming equipment, so that we'll be able to farm. He is not that person. So
thank you.
That's where we are.
Yeah, thank you so much, Solo. Janet, let's get go to the line, please.
Yeah, like Solo and Ali, you said, the reason for which we keep mentioning these things or reminding them of these things, is because these things are essential. Like school they spoke about. These are things that motivated the masses and other people to want to bring them into power, because we know how learned Joseph Boakai is. So we believe he was going to pay more attention to education. For them talking about building over 100 schools or 100 schools within this period, we expect them to start doing it. Let's agree. Solomon said that we are said things that he did some and did not do all, but at least start to do something. Let people believe what you want to say. We agree. Once you want to come to power, these are things you say, but it is not right. We all know that Joseph Boakai, it doesn't, do things. He just he became president because he want to, fulfill one his promise and other things he want for his own well-being. But then the fact still remains that you came here for us. Why did you come to become president if you can provide shelter for the homeless, for the less privileged? Why are you the leader if you can afford to build schools or even renovate those ones, that are deplorable in the counties, even in Monrovia? Go to government schools and others, they are all deplorable. Nothing good is happening. The teachers there are not even coming to school. The children go to school, they come back the same way they went to school. These are things we have been talking about. Road construction. He said he want to walk in the line with we are carrying out building, infrastructure and all of these things. Solomon said, yes, our leaders always forget. They are supposed to pay more attention to agriculture. The great America that we have today, who is the breadbasket of the world, they believe in farming. But the Liberian people, we don't do it. Our leaders, when they send them on agriculture break, they pack themselves to go to America, carry that loved ones and everything, and then they leave Liberia. Yeah, they take their loved ones.
They call it Siolele.
Yeah, they go with their loved ones and other things. They don't do. Many of them don't have farm. By the time the money finished with, then they can say the former lawmaker that he don't want to get a fund. I can just walk from here over the home and nose and reach and come back. That's child's play. That is why you see every day we go to now rice price going up. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
It go up so high, and this is one of the serious problems we are going to have again. Now we don't have peace. Now food business is beginning, to be a problem. And a lot more is unfolding. This thing that we say, we should get used to it because the political leaders will come out, they will make remarks or they will make promises they cannot meet. That is so wrong. That is 100% wrong. They came to us, they gave all those empty promises. We believe in them, we put them there. I agree. You can do all by yourself. If I promise you, I will give you this, at least let me be able to give you 50%. And once the 50% isn't done, and then we will leave it. You can bring somebody who's not innovative, somebody that they would bring people say has all of the knowledge whatsoever to do everything to make Liberia a better place, and we are still where we are every day. And then people want to say, let's leave this president. This is so wrong. This is 100% wrong. Everything they promise us is supposed to do it. These are important things to do. Make sure that the schools are well equipped. Make sure that the children be comfortable while learning. Making sure that the health sector, is revamped. Everything that needs to be done. There are people now who are of greater society. Now that children lost their lives only because of one common thing that they do not have. People go and commit crimes that they will tell you we don't have the right equipment, to detect as to whether this is right or they did this identical thing. This is a shame. These are things we're not supposed to be complaining about anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Jen Percy, man. Thank you so much. Thank you. And so let me just say that I'll go to the lines. For our people in Monserrado County here, people in Nimba, our people in Bong, our people in Lofa, our people in Bomi, and Grand Bassa County, right? If you are listening, just call us and tell us whether the government has initiated this whole the housing unit issue, right? Because these are the counties the president mentioned in his Sonan address. So tell us, as to whether such thing has been initiated. You know, when the president said that thing, and sometimes the president will say something that action approves something different, right? You talk about giving you pity the people's condition, right, on the housing unit issue.
Yeah.
But here we are, their homes are being demolished. The same people you are pitying, the same people. Today the people cry all over here. You told them that God are making new land. The same people, you took them from down there. The same people right in Monserrado County here. Who you want to build a housing unit for? The little place they were finding shelter. You broke the areas down. When they told you, said God are making new land, so let the army people take that land.
Yeah.
You tell Liberian people stupid, they are not stupid. But let's listen to President Weah, then we'll go to the line. Let's ask President Weah what he make of the particular statement, then we'll go to the line.
The government, all the ministers in the government, they lie. They don't put also the lie. Everything they say, they also the truth. I can.
President Weah, why you say about the government? Why you say? Okay.
The government, all the ministers in the government, they lie. They don't put also the lie. Everything.
General, let's hear from our people. What already hear from President Bouaka. Let's hear from our people too.
Steven,
yeah, Aliyu.
Yeah, 1 minute, please. And Solomon said something because people said Joseph Bouaka, and even Joseph Bouaka himself on a campaign tour, he said it. When they talk about agriculturists, he's number one. And when he became president, Liberia was no longer going to go out for their stable food, which is rest. President Bouaka said it during his campaign tour. And today, like Solomon said, instead of bringing 285 yellow machines into the country, it was better you could have just bring 100 yellow machine and the other one be farming equipment that we will be able to decentralize agriculture or farming across the country, where in say you said we'll be able to provide our own food, our stable food. But when you brought 285 yellow machine as an agriculturist, when are you going to bring farming tools that will be able to produce or provide our own stable food? This is why Solomon said this old man, he's not innovative and he's not developmental oriented. That's the fight.
Thank you, Aliyu. Thank you. Let's go to the line of 0772239933, 0886304497, 0777980375. Jenna, we have a call there. Yeah, get that person.
Good morning. Okay, let's hear you.
You know, we didn't know what happened. The people take our brother. They won't tell the truth. That's how we run them. He won't tell us. They say they can't tell us. And I tell all our brothers in the dance, I help you all, I help all in the Ramadan. Let God bless them. Let God give them long life. And you people to the studio, let God bless you. Give them long life to tell us how to reach to 2029. Thank you.
Okay. All right. This person, go ahead.
Yeah. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
I disagree with Mr. Matari and Solomon Bakari. You know, in this country, the United Party people, they don't even want your judge. We are me. And during the election, the people were 20 on the ballot. People, where are they? The expert president, we have to go local. To go say for the people, to tell them what. And then come to get the experience to do everything. Our citizens, that's what I want to see there. When they even have people here, they can even invite the people. And what you expect them to do? To go there and interview people so they can say that as soon vision and put interview.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's get to this other person.
Thank you very much.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm I call my papa down Coastal Hill, one star community. Let me respectfully be with We Nation. We Nation, can you remember that President Weah built the executive lodge? The very day President Weah was coming, his plane was that led to nearly the pre-big crash. Can you remember that? And as we speak, the executive launch that President Wu is being denied of. And you tell us the President we have to go lower. We nation, America is not like Europe. But if President we have to go lower, you know the interpretation. The President we have be who he is. Unity Party is the chief and architect of governance. Let them handle that issue.
Thank you.
The next issues.
Very quickly. Very quickly.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Good morning. Good morning. Give me where you call from.
Good morning. Yeah, good morning. My name is Alvin Chip. I'm from Soaking, district number 4.
Okay, let's hear you.
Okay, straight to the issue. You see, my brother or my sister, this government and the party meaning the large elaborate people they came to power and they continue to dwell on lives to maintain power. All of the schools, the people are dedicating our schools that were initiated, started on personal we are government. There were 4 schools, one in one country, one in Magiri, where they just dedicated the movie Happy and Right, thinking about the project, one in Nima, and one in Green 4 countries. Personal we are initiated school, all of the world thing. I am not dedicating the Happy and Right, the pressing, the project, you don't start it, you won't do that, So I want to use this platform to urge all citizens to come out to tell the children, those schools that President Braga and get one guy,
thank you.
I know developmental and female lying on social media.
That's what
people. I want all citizens to come out to tell the children, those people.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Your name and where you call from?
This honorable from further.
Okay, let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you for the show. Why I want to tell the boy in we have to go to Barry and go to Polo and go do the one. Like never do not join the video. Do not join. We're protected. Yeah. We don't want for that man to go nowhere. Don't want for him to go nowhere. Yeah. So thank you for the show.
All right, thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
Your name and where you call from?
Well, it was Jones of Johnny. So I joined a conversation from the Japan freeway. Well, Contour and Jennifer Fatinan. I want to disagree with our industrial panelists, that saying that we should go to Lofa. Can you imagine, I don't expect our panelists to share together because, just come on our age. Because we are coming there, you see the lot of security, and that's sort of place that, that crashing is happening. And then these two are telling us that they should allow us, we are the ones to do what. These people said the government system, they were first after our war, we were first to the government system. These guys know how to do those things, The opposition is not there to breathe in income. That's not a priority. That's the government to tell the government to do the proper things. It's not that they go I think we were too on this morning.
Thank you, Donso. This end, let's get this person for this end. Good morning.
Thank you. Yeah, Compton, Kenny, and I will find out in the US. My dear brother, I just get you guys talking about school, but if the information is that President we should go low far, no. 2,000 disagree with that. Why is he going to go do that? If you tell me a black call on we are to help initiate some discussion from beyond the scene to see how we can resolve the issue, I agree with that. You don't want to go to where to you want we have to go on the front line. So when you shoot and kill them, so that they can kill him. No, we don't do that. What is he going to do there? A black reach up to we are that we can talk as a friend inclined to see about trying to resolve the issue, I agree with that. But now, why is it going to go through there, man? We shouldn't discuss that kind of thing yet. Look, on the last time when I was in studio, I told you that school to talk about. 100 school, that was zero. You know, it was not going to come. Because the federal minister was not he was not estimated. Where was the money coming from? Who was doing it? And I said, if at all we have that opportunity, we should have been recommending to the donor that they should direct some of that money to run some of our school, because the school are in a very dilapidated condition. Because during our time, we did that. We have an organization that was renovating some of the schools. So when they say we're putting 100 schools, all of the rest are in a very bad shape. The year we are again, we're talking about 600 homes where they have not started anywhere. Nothing that has started in 5. That thing that we are discussing today, that speak will mark will flaw. That speak it will mark will non-issue. Everything that in our speech will full of flaws. So why even discussing this on their own? It's a charade. They're not going to realize that. They're not going to do it, because this is why now they are coming up with all kinds of statements, because they have failed massively. So they want to use this thing about coming after critical voices to silence people. But we have said, it shut down all the radio station. I'm going to go on social media. Thank you.
Thank you, Edmond Jennen. Would like to get this person.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
You on the line? Go ahead, man.
Go ahead, baby.
Yeah, Mama doing fantastic awesome.
Go ahead, Mama.
Okay, my mommy. Thank you. I was saying, okay, issue men are going on. My own point. Yeah, boy, we don't have to put in prayer, because what happened? The putting Sitan people in Cali going back. We don't know what going on there. The Sitan president and our Liberal president went there. Without getting no understanding, we have to put it in prayer. And secondly, telling our former president, Joe Mana, we have to go there and go check for the Lufania to check on the citizen. And yes, we can able to do it. But now we are the grandson is working out. Most of the majority of the Liberian people, they don't want to see. So appealing to the people that are in the diaspora, you're right. Tony now, take your hold your hand. We have to stay back for our place. If we want to go talk for our place, let me right come over here and talk for our place, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Mama.
Okay, thank you. Thank you also. Okada there.
No, please.
All right, yeah, so that's very important. Let's just take 3 more calls, a minute each, then we go home. Yes. Get that person very quickly.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, your name is where you come from.
Yeah, I just heard from the thing. You know the thing that for people to self-respect, we have to go to the citizen to talk to a citizen. You see it today. The man, the higher political party of the country, the party headquarters have been broken down. The man is turning the flesh of the people. And then the people hating. Anything go to the place and go tell the bad people. It makes sense. And anything happen and they say, who's in there? First thing they will say, who's in there? They will not talk about the whole radio, man.
Okay. Thank you. 2 more calls. Then we go home. This person. Okay. Yeah. So that's just very important. We are affording you the time to have your say. Let's get to this person.
Good morning.
Yeah, my man, that is extremely uncouth for everybody to even make that statement.
Now who's speaking now? Call your name.
Yes, Teresa. Don't do that.
Somebody go ahead.
You see the lawless regime, they win, they want damage our leader, let's make sure we are good there. That is a reckless statement. No, okay.
No, my man,
Yeah.
you know, hello. Hello. My man, you need to take that word back. Hello, my man, you taking it back or not, then we get you off. Yeah, so apologize. Hello, my man, we can disagree in a very polite manner. Right? Hello, Chief, listen, we can disagree in a very polite manner, right? If any of the panelists here says something that you disagree with, or even how we're talking, if I say something you disagree with it, you can say it in a very polite manner. But to be using words, don't do that, Chief. I beg you, please. Don't do it. We can get a last caller, then we'll go home, Jenin. Yes, so that is very important. Get that person and we'll go home.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Jenin. Good morning, Control, and good morning to the rest of the 14 thing. Okay. My name is Kenny Bozo. I called from an LCU resident this morning. Control. Now let me find to the issue here. Nobody should play with President we are named. The issue with the local photo. Workers is the one that forced it, and workers should settle it. Workers should take 2 years for a 40-year experience to go and settle that dispute. That go and down in Kotono to steal from the people. They buy in Kotono to bring in local country. President we are shouldn't go there. I got an insight that with the President we are go there. They will make statements shouting like they shout the truth.
Why you tell our other team for it?
I'm telling you.
Why is it so that the
they even plenty of people say we are not going to take on step one year. And they go settle that whole problem. They are problem they bring for this country here. The disgrace and the calamity that Baka brought. Baka a Gaston and Luther. These guys will pay for the action. We are here.
Thank you, my dear brother. Thanks for making your own. Yes, we can get enough. You get a caller? Yeah. Just squeeze the person. Your name, please. What's the name?
You know UPI info.
Call that man off. You call your name, then you call you. You don't want to. All right. So this is how we go home. Yeah. So let's go over to our team there, beginning with Solo. Solo, just a minute. You listen to the callers. You can close up now. Just a minute. We are out of time already.
Well, thank you very much. This is what I said earlier. Everything that we said about the opposition speaking out, addressing this situation, and things like that, they never look at that. But we said even during crisis here in the United States, this guy was able to go over. Just a second.
Solomon? Okay, all right. So let's see. Whether we can.
Steven?
Yeah, Aliyu, very quickly now.
Yes, Solomon is like busy.
Thanks
to the callers. I already like the reaction this morning from the callers, and not how it's supposed to be.
You need to check your line, Aliyu. Check your line. I don't know what is happening.
Can you hear me? I'm getting you clear.
Yeah, but we are not getting you clear. Your line is not too clear. That's for. Okay, yeah, just go ahead. Let's manage it. Let's just manage it. Go ahead.
Yes,
Aliyu?
like I said, yes, can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead, Chief. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks to the caller. You see, like I said, I really like the reaction from the caller this morning. When we come here, we say something. Everybody get your own way of saying things. Yes. What we are saying, like I agree with Spencer Mohammed or somebody who say America is not Liberia. Yes, the system here is different from the system in Liberia. I agree with you. And somebody talk about the president's security. How will he go there when he don't have good security? I agree with that. And patient, I also agree with you. You said something, but again, even the United Party, they hate President Weah and they hate every sedition. George Weah is not the only political leader in Liberia. When it comes to election, you will see more than 20 people running. They want to be president. So even if George Weah don't go there, what about the other political leaders? You see, I call George Weah because he's my political leader. But we have so many opposition leaders in the country. They should be able to speak out.
Okay.
They want to become president. They should be able to reach out to the people of local country to see what is going on there. They are not going to borderline. Even if George Weah was to go there, he's not going to borderline. As I said, he's going local country to see his citizens. But when you talk about the security of George Weah, I agree with you. Yes. If you talk about America and Liberia, not the same. Yes, I agree with you. But patient, again, George Weah is not the only opposition leader. There are so many opposition leaders. What are they doing? Are they speaking out? Are they going to see what is happening really in Lofa? No. But
thank you so much,
I like the interaction this morning. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Aleo. Solomon, you just want to chip in small and we'll take leave of you, please.
Yes, this is what I'm saying. People, their mind is focused on one thing, or that all we've been saying at President, we actually should go to the war zone. That is not what we say. He should be involved because it is a country that is going to be ruling. People in Lofa that are affected. It's not just Lofa, it's Liberia. So that's what we say. I purposely sent you that video that we're to talk about because one of the opposition leaders, Gongo, he did not go there. He went to the Centennial Pavilion over there and he spoke his mind regarding this issue. That's what opposition leaders should be doing, so that you will speak about the situation in the country, because it is Liberia that all of them want to rule. But instead of our people listening and evaluating the way, they only pick on one thing that, oh, we want for him to go to Lofa. That is not so. Opposition speak in the opposition way when the government is not doing the right thing. President Weah, that we believe in, he's not making any statement regarding this situation and what have you. So the country that he wants to rule, that's a country that has problems. So if you want to be a leader of the country, he should be there the way he has been when the country was in conflict during the civil conflict and all this stuff.
Thank you so much, Solomon Barker Reeves. There is no time. So we just close up here. Jenna, Jenna say bye-bye to the people. Then we'll go home.
I want to say thank you to everyone that have been here, and I wish to see you guys on Friday.
Okay. And so this is how we got home on today's edition of the program. Issues in the society. So thanks to every one of you. That's very important. A very, very exciting discussion. Friday, by the special grace of God, we are going to be here. I'm Stephen Compton. Do have yourself a blessed day.
I'm a freedom fighter.